I know that all of my followers are men, and that's why I can post this. Oh, look at that. Men with beards, like cars with beads. Today is the 31st of July. That means there's no more July until next year. So I've made my mind up for today, as it's Sunday and I haven't got lots of time here. I can't really get exactly that involved in cracking on with anything. I'm just going to have a tidy up. I'm going to have a tidy up of the workshop, and you can see my progress, and I'll try and think of something interesting to say as I go along. Let's do the obligatory before and after shots. Although I have already started, and those another piece of carpets up there weren't there before. Properly now then. Nearly 2 years ago, when I posted my first video, one of the things I mentioned was that I come down here every day to lose tools, and I've been doing it ever since. So I've kept up that tradition. Even having this trolley here, which then takes up most of the tools that I use all the time, I lose them on there. Reasonably ridiculous. Well, the other thing is, of course, that frees up that space. It frees up this space and all of that for other kinds of tools. The idea being is these shelves there are for the kind of things I don't use every day. But maybe the trouble is I don't really use any of them every day, so I'm starting to forget what I'm doing here. So going to make a determined effort today for the next couple of hours to sort out exactly that. And I'm going to start on this bench. Cup of tea's already ready, and the curry is about ready to be eaten as well. No, it's not. Still cold in the middle. That's not how you're supposed to eat it. Yeah. Well, my wife always tells me that tidying up is more than just moving things from one side of the room to the other. Well, it's time to go. Would you like to see the progress? Would you? It doesn't really look like there is any, does it? That's the trouble. And that's the problem with being here in this place with so little space for all this stuff. I mean, there's a bit of a clear spot just there. I'm quite proud of that. I put a battery on there ready for charging. That's still not found a home. The trolley has been literally moved around quite a lot, and as you can see, there's a bit of organisation down there. But when I say a bit of organisation, what I mean is, if I want something that might be down there, I've got to go looking for it, because I don't know if I have it or not. I should have some sense of achievement here for today, because although it doesn't look brilliant, I can now, if I want, put a car back in here. It's just that I don't want to, because then you can't move. Just realised something. This horn that's just dropped on the floor, because I stuck it up there, which obviously isn't that appropriate a place. Well, you know, I had my 8-horn shouty thing on Nigel. I'm thinking of going a step beyond that in here. I could literally wire up 20 horns in here, and just wire them up, solder them all up together. Nice big thick piece of cable straight to a battery and a switch, and whenever I feel like it, I can make the most abysmal deafening noise you've ever heard. If you like that idea, let me know and I will actually do it once I've got enough horns. I've got a few. I could make a video of it, in fact. It's probably exactly what I'm going to do. Unless somebody says, oh no, don't do that, that'll be a rubbish idea. Then I'll do it anyway because it's my idea and I like it. As you probably know, this video is not over with yet, even though I've finished at work. Because now, on the 31st, I am going to use the rest of this video. Is it the 31st or is it the 30th? It's the 30th. I am going to use the rest of this video now for my favourite comments of the month of July. Obviously it won't include comments from this video because that would be impossible. And now, here we are at a rather unusual end to this video. And that is where I wanted to put together my favourite comments of the month. And so what I did is I found my old tablet. I thought I can read off of this whilst talking to that. But, however, it's not worked out quite so well. Come on, stay on. That won't stay on by itself. On. Yes, that's on. That's, you see what I mean? Perhaps if I leave the door open. Now the trouble is this didn't work out because oh, it's done it again. As much as I've tried, it's just not really working. With this, I can't get it to connect to my Google account. So that's rather annoying. So the best thing I've had to do really is to just mention a few names who always seem to come up with really good comments. And there's loads of people that always like to comment on my videos, so I can't really have absolutely everybody because that'd be a bit pointless, wouldn't it? But I have a list of a few here that I'd quite like to say keep going, because next month I am going to start from the beginning of next month screenshotting really cool comments, because some of them have been brilliant. But basically Dick Dastardly, I think, he's the king of the comments. Every time, every day, every video he comments, and he manages to say something that shows that he understands what I'm on about. Not only has he watched it, but he understands, and he's got something to say back to that. I just think that's fantastic. And Gilbert T. Codwhacker also likes to add quite a bit. The Ken Joe is a bit controversial, but you know, he likes just likes to say what he thinks, basically. That's all. Dr. Jack, who is also quite a nice commenter most of the time. And then another really rather special one, which is Windy Miller. Windy Miller's comments always amuse me, because they just seem to go off on strange tangents and come up with things that I hadn't thought of myself, but I just get them, and I really like them. Ali Mack, thank you for always commenting. You I clearly see you watch the video right the way through to the end, and it's just nice to see that. Stephen Wilson, going on about clickbait and how I should do clickbait thumbnails. Thumbnails has amused me quite a lot. I'm not really going to do it, obviously. Who's next? Who else? There are more people. Frederick Rotherham III. I'm not sure if it is Rotherham now. I just did a list of names, and that might have just auto corrected it to Rotherham. James Corrigan. James Corrigan is another fantastic commenter that says quite good, useful things, and is very, very encouraging of my channel. Right from the moment when he said I deserve 50,000, no, 500,000 subscribers. Lexus Man, probably one of these that I wasn't really expecting, but just always seems to keep coming back for more. Agatha and Anything. A nice guy with an Allegro that looks like baby puke. Stephen Bates, also very good comments. £500 cheap car challenge, which is my mate Bolty's channel, and when he does make a comment, it's always going to be something quite amusing. Bruce May, Alex Toft, Andrew Humphreys, Simon Brady. Brady? I mean Brader. Not Simon Brady. Is there somebody called Simon Brady? Am I think I know. Right, anyway, so yeah, Simon Brader. Shoestring Shed. Hooked on Classics, and one from very, very early on indeed. In fact, maybe the start, which is Sherpa Fan 03. So that's what I've had to do instead of giving you these comments, because what I was going to do, screenshot and stick them on there and just read out what they'd said. This video will be going on for about another 20 minutes. That's the only thing, because there's been some fantastic comments. So sorry for the rather confusing end, and I'll see you tomorrow.